In 1965, there were major events that changed the country during that year. There were many political, social, and economic changes, as well as musical icons and controversies during that year in America. In 1965, the average cost of a new house was $13,600. Average income per year was $6,450. Gas per gallon was 31 cents. Average cost of a new car was about $2,650. A loaf of bread was 21 cents. This is also the year that Lyndon B. Johnson is sworn in for a full term as President of the United States, taking the position after John F. Kennedy was assassinated. Johnson is one of only 4 people who have served in all 4 federal elected positions. Johnson is ranked favorably by many historians because of his domestic policies and the passage of many major laws that affected civil rights, gun control, wilderness preservation, and Social Security, although he has drawn substantial criticism for his handling of the Vietnam War.
My fellow Americans, not long ago I received a letter from a woman in the Midwest. She wrote, "Dear Mr. President, in my humble way, I am writing to you about the crisis in Vietnam. I have a son who is now in Vietnam. My husband served in World War II. Our country was at war. But now, this time, it's just something that I don't understand. Why?"
In March 1965, civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. organized a peaceful demonstration for African American civil rights and voting rights by marching from Selma to Montgomery in Alabama. The first 2 attempts at crossing the Pettus Bridge were halted by state troopers, but on the 3rd March, the protesters were backed by the U.S. Army and National Guardsmen and allowed to pass through. King led about 3,000 people on the journey to the Capitol, and when they arrived in Montgomery, they were met by about 30,000 more people who wished to join the demonstration. By August, President Lyndon Johnson signed the Voting Rights Act of 1965 in law, guaranteeing African Americans the right to vote. These are some of the popular fashion trends that were during 1965 for men and women.
1, 2, 3 had a dizzy time as top of the pops, and then set the models in motion, showing Manchester the spring collection of Angela at London Town. Just the way to get the young folks fashion conscious. From a baby, hey, what I wanna do now, how I love you. Guaranteed to catch the eye of any innocent young shaver.
Some of the popular toys was the Chatter telephone, Come Alive stereo, as well as Barbie dolls and other soldier figures. Help by the Beatles was one of the most popular songs in 1965 in America and throughout the world.
Next song we'd like to sing. Is our latest record. Or our latest electronic noise, depending on whose side you're on. Any road, we'd like to carry on with it. It's the last number. We'd like to thank you all for being so wonderful. And it's called Help. 1, 2, 3, 4. Help! I need somebody. Help! Not just anybody. Help! You know I need someone. Help! When I was young, so much younger than today, never needed anybody's help in any way. But now these days are gone, I'm not so self-assured. Now I find I've changed my mind and opened up the door. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down.
show was one of the most popular shows during 1965, and here is a clip of one of the episodes.
And Marge and Huey. And I'll dot the R. That's got it. Oh, that's beautiful. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. No.
The Sound of Music starring Julie Andrews was also a very popular show during that time.
I hate to go and leave this pretty sight. So long, farewell, I'll be to saying adieu.
Adieu, adieu, to you and you and you.
So long, farewell, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen.
I'd like to stay and taste my first champagne.
Yes?
No.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.
I leave and heave a sigh and say goodbye,
I'm glad to go, I cannot tell a lie.
I flit, I float, I fleetly flee, I fly.
The sun has gone to bed, and so must I. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye,
One of the major events that year was on June 19th. After a multi-year courtroom battle which involved accusation of extortion, the FCC reversed the 1956 station ownership trade between Westinghouse Broadcasting and NBC. Westinghouse reclaimed their original Philadelphia stations, while NBC was ordered to take over their former owned and operated stations in Cleveland. The KYW call letters originally went from Philadelphia to Cleveland in 1956 and back to Philadelphia, with the reversal, with NBC renaming the Cleveland stations WKYC AM FM TV. And on August 18th, Marlene Dietrich appears in The Child for BBC Radio.